Welcome to Left Undone. We're gonna review the video of Lauren and eventually Grayson talking to the police officers. Now, to me, this whole thing is so nonsensical. I'm just gonna pause and make some comments throughout. So, Officer Jacobson and Officer Hamilton have arrived. And our protagonist, Lauren, is setting the scene and her personal brand immediately.
Hey.
Thank you for calling.
Hello?
Hey.
Hey.
Hello, can you hear me? Sorry
Yeah.
about that.
No,
it's a
I
little
can hear
loud
you.
over at Bitter Creek.
Sure.
I apologize.
Yep.
Thank you for calling me back, officer. I don't know what dispatch told you, but I just feel, this is so I'm a reporter and a podcast host, so it's semi-micro public figure, whatever. I actually used to be a reporter here in Boise for a couple of years, a decade ago.
Oh,
But
nice.
yeah, you guys are great. Worked a lot with you guys. And so I travel all over the country now for criminal trials.
See how smoothly she transitions from I'm an old school local to I'm a national celebrity journalist. That's called establishing credibility, authority, and crucially, making sure the officer knows they're dealing with a very, very important person who has an actual serious job, unlike those peasants, those other people, those minions.
There's been a group of people that follow me around. There's even they even made a TikTok account, just cyberbullying me, but whatever. I'm a 45-year-old mother. I can, it happens.
I can do
I can
with
handle it.
cyberbullying, yes, right.
Right. And we ignore it. They show up at trials. We show up. They're it's not their career.
Right.
It's mine.
Sure.
So they're like trial tourists, and of course we're here for the Brian Koberger sentencing.
Sure.
And there it is, the official branding of her opposition. They're tourists. She's working. The clear distinction here is that she's getting paid to be at the drama. They're simply choosing to be. In her mind, that makes her presence legitimate and theirs, well, criminal.
But it's starting to escalate. So they approached me in an Arizona trial recently, a month ago, and the bailiffs had to kick them out. I got a recording. Please leave me alone. I feel threatened.
Right.
And the bailiffs actually ended up, saying, don't please approach her. And at this, the same thing is happening, and it's just sort of escalating. It's like embarrassing for me to call, but we're at the point, my 24-year-old producer is in tears right now because she feels like they're going to become physical. So
the self-deprecating introduction is over. Now we will pull the emotional leverage card. Why is she calling? Not because the 45-year-old mother felt unsafe, but because the poor, sensitive 24-year-old producer is crying. A convenient way to amp up the immediate threat level for the police report.
We respect them. We stay away from them. There was a press conference, and so we're at dinner at Bitter Creek. We're at the balcony. They must have been inside. We didn't know. We're just eating. And they approached our table and started yelling. Ironically, we were recording because their other friend that the bailiff kicked out in Arizona, she was across the street filming me. So I said, look at that. She's filming me. That's so funny. So I set my phone, not knowing we were going to be approached, on my table at Bitter Creek, pointing out to the street because this woman actually flipped me off.
A key moment. This entire incident was captured by accident because she was busy preemptively filming the trial tourists across the street who flipped her off. The harassment here seems to be a two-way street paved with cameras, but only one side is actually calling the police.
I didn't get that on camera, but she flipped me off, and I was like, this is awkward. She's filming me. So I put it up, and then from inside, two of her friends that she was with came out and approached our table and started yelling at me, saying, stop, and we said, please leave me alone. I feel threatened. I haven't done nothing wrong. Please, just leave me alone. Please leave me alone. Our waiter saw it. And it was intense, and it was all on camera because I don't think they knew when they approached, but I was filming because of their friend on the street. So I do have it on recording.
Okay.
And then they went across the street and actually sat there for over an hour after they ate here, just sort of in our sight. You know, so it was very uncomfortable. We thought, oh my gosh, they're waiting because they've done this before too, waiting to approach us in public areas. And right when we called dispatch, actually, we waited for an hour. Our waiter saw it happen. So I was like, I'll double tip you. We just need to wait here. We waited for an hour. I finally called because we're genuinely, I don't want to be too cocky that I think it could never happen to us. Like, who the hell cares? Like, they're not going to approach, you know, just there is some concern that this cyberbullying has gone real life and is escalating to being approached at private dinners to starting me to get.
Rather come just talk to me face to face.
Okay, I would love that.
Yeah, like if you walk out of Bitter Creek, just look left. I'm right here.
I'm in a pink sweatshirt walking out.
All right, see you soon.
A very specific, on-brand call to action. Officer, don't miss the dramatic pink sweatshirt. That's the uniform of the legitimate victimized journalist.
Okay, thank you.
That's pink sweatshirt. Hello.
Was I just talking to you? Thank you.
Yeah, not bad.
And honestly, I feel dumb. Like, I feel dumb. Like, I've never, like, I am even a true crime podcast. So I'm like, and my husband's a criminal psychologist. So I'm like, I don't want to call you guys when I don't want to be that person to like call, help me. It'd be like, it's just getting kind of weird. Like, it's just escalating. And the funny,
are they still here?
You know, so we lost, like, I don't know. So right when I called dispatch, that's when my producer and you know what, she's 24 and she's in tears. So like, I'm 45. Like, I'm like, okay, like, I've got to take care of her too. You know, like, she's like,
Does
this
she
is
wanna
why
come
people
out
get
here?
hurt. Yeah, we haven't paid. I don't want them thinking I'm dining and dashing.
Sure.
Our waiter's been super kind. So if you could wait for a minute, I'll go get her and pay.
Okay.
And then I'll be out so our waiter knows. And what was your name, officer?
Sergeant Jacobs.
Jacobson, thank you. I appreciate it.
Not a problem.
I appreciate your time.
Not a problem.
I'll go get her. Yeah, she's.
Right. So this is the one thing I would say, and I don't know what's happened in Arizona or the other places that you've done things, but eventually somewhere you have to start putting the record down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which means, like, in the state of Idaho, there's no harassment code. Unless they're doing telephonically. Then there's harassment code. There's also malicious harassment, but that has much more to do with racism and those sort of things. In reference to something like this, it would be somewhere in the realm of stalking. But in order to get to stalking, right now it would just be a misdemeanor. It has to be a repeated thing that's harassing and concerning to you. Does that make sense? So tonight you can mark down one and say, hey, just write in your little book, on this date, contact Sergeant Jacobs, it's in dispatch. And tomorrow they do it again. Hit us up, we come down, and arrest them for misdemeanor stalking.
Okay.
Because it's a consistent something that they're doing.
Did you pay? Yeah. So he knows we're not dining and dash. Is it officer? Sergeant, forgive me. Sergeant Jacobson. And he's telling us sort of what to do. And wait, I do have to document. Like, I have it on video in Arizona too, because she approached. I get so nervous around them. They just start recording, and they actually. The reason why they kicked him out is I had the video of me just walking in and them approaching me again. Okay. And I said, please leave me alone, and threatened, and she came up, and you know.
And to be honest with you, like, that might, like, when was the Arizona thing?
A month ago? It was 1 month ago. You know, it's all these like high profile cases. The Lori Vallow, Chad Daybell case there. Or not Chad Daybell. Chad Daybell's here. You know, and then we come up here and it's the same thing. We have to go back to Arizona. We have to go back to Arizona tomorrow.
A quick check-in with the producer, whose immediate concern is whether the dramatic subjects are still within viewing distance. Our journalist, meanwhile, is desperately trying to establish that she is not that person who calls the police unnecessarily. Just this one time for 45 minutes of detailed legal coaching.
The Lori Vallow's being
following us states. Like,
And you can say that these are public trials, but they're trial tourists. I do it for my work. I'm actually the breadwinner in my family with my husband. You know, I don't have a choice but to go to these.
The financial necessity defense. Her being at the trial is a noble sacrifice for her family. The others are just, wasting their vacation time. The statement perfectly frames her in a superior position. She must be here. They choose to be here. Her presence is legitimate. Theirs is criminal.
They were filming me today, like inside the courthouse and outside. She had a camera 3 feet from my face. I just ignored it.
So some of this is First Amendment stuff. Some of it is the harassment / stalking. Again, in Idaho, you don't have the harassment code. You have a stalking code, which is, as it's telling you for here, that it's.
Could I record this?
Sure, okay. I'm recording too.
Okay. Yeah.
It's repeated incidents that cause concern, right? Where they're
my server who's taking care of them got one of their names. Her name is Amber Sumpter, Sumpter. Apparently she works for CNN or something.
No, that's not
one of those ladies?
No,
okay.
not
It's
one
one
of
of that group of 5 that were over there.
Oh, was she with them? She might have been with them, but that is not who has been following us, approaching us. Okay. Yeah, we're well named thing. But like this was a witness too. Like you saw him come to our table.
Yeah, there was a lady that came up and was just kind of, I don't know if it was really harassing, but or just obviously being really uncomfortable and
right. Sure.
But still,
like I was telling them, there's no real harassment code, but there is a stalking code, but it's got to be repeated.
Right.
And to be honest with you, I'm not sure if it being happening in Arizona and then happening here would constitute an Idaho code or a continuance of that behavior in Idaho to cause us to be able to arrest or to send them to jail for it.
Yeah.
But
thank you. What was your name?
Matthew.
Matthew, can I ask your last name?
Hamilton, yeah.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. I apologize.
You're good.
My concern is just that, like, I'm not responding, and then they're escalating. Like, we see this day in and day out. What happens next?
So he's telling us what to do. So let's listen for
so
a second.
I would say no matter where you go, like if you ever, especially if you ever come back here or if you're going to Arizona, whenever they're doing something that's going to be concerning to you, harassing you, making you uncomfortable, being violent, assaulting, threats, those sort of things, call every single time. Especially if it's in the same jurisdiction, because then you can kind of document the fact in this jurisdiction this person has done this many times to fall under a certain code, right? Because you guys know true crime, it's got to fall within that code.
Yeah.
You have to prove everything that's happening there. So I would call every time they're doing this. Now there is a difference between harassment and kind of their free speech stuff, right? So they can follow you to a trial and hold a camera 3 feet from your face, and there's really not a whole lot that we can do about it. It happens to me all the time. People follow us around doing that sort of stuff, and there's nothing really we can do about it because it kind of falls under that First Amendment section. However, if they're coming to your table, right, that's a different story, right? You're not at work, you're not doing your thing, like they're coming to you personally, that's different. If they're coming to your place of work, like say, wherever you do your podcast or whatever news station you work for, and they're doing it there, that's a different story, right? So for here, say you worked at Channel 7 or whatever here, and they kept coming to your place there. And
Channel 6, I worked at Channel 6.
Okay, Channel 6, but I'd be in Napa, so I can't do that with Channel 7. And then they were coming here, then I would definitely have the stalking code, right? Because they're following you around, continually causing harassment
and we do have 2 of those. They're in different jurisdictions, but we do have her approaching me in Arizona, and we have her approaching us here.
Right.
But
and if you want, I can look and see if that one in Arizona would work for a continuance of them harassing you and causing misdemeanor stalking in Idaho. You can definitely check that out if that's something you're interested in, or if you just want to go home and have the fact that you documented on the phone and that you've talked with me tonight, we can do that too, whichever you guys would like.
Yeah.
The officer politely tries to give them an exit. A simple documentation, no charges. But our journalist, she isn't interested in an exit. She's interested in escalation. She needs the official stamp of approval.
Yeah. Do you want him to check and see if there's a way that, like, the jurisdictions? Okay,
I don't. What are we? Like they're escalating.
Sure. Yeah. And do you guys have their names? Do we know their names at all? You have their names. Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, and we have their own.
Yeah. Let me check that out. Let's see. I'll have you guys stay on that side, but you can talk to me through the window.
Unfortunately, this filming, we just got to get something substantial. But luckily that worked, and they approached, and it was unprovoked.
Now let's also pull up the handy dandy Uber button.
What's up, man?
Hey, buddy, I got a question. Actually, to be honest with you, it might go all the way up to...
Go up to where?
It might go up to the on-call prosecutor. But
Okay.
for a misdemeanor stalking, can we consider something that happened in another state as part of the course of conduct for the repeated part? So, for instance, I have reporters here who are here for the Coburg case, the sentencing, and they have a group of people who are following them around from their trial case reporters, and there's a group of people who are following them around from state to state. They were in Arizona. When was the Arizona one?
It was in Arizona, Phoenix.
A month ago.
They were in Arizona a month ago.
Maricopa County.
In Maricopa County doing a case, and these people know them and harassed them there, and they were...
bailiffs acknowledged it.
The bailiffs, it got to the point where the bailiffs had to kick them out of the courtroom because they were bothering these ladies so much. Well, those same people are here in town, and tonight they found them at a restaurant and approached them and were harassing them, doing a bunch of stuff, to the point where even the waiters were like, yeah, we're going to get them out of the restaurant and you guys are going to stay here. And they called us because they were worried something might happen. So my question is if it happened in another state, can we put that as a continuance, like, for the misdemeanor stalking?
Dude, I don't know.
That's kind of what I was wondering too.
I don't see why not, but I don't know.
Right, I don't know.
I would call the on-call prosecutor.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of what I thought you were gonna say.
So, sorry, buddy. I just don't know. I mean, I don't see why not. But did they file a police report in Arizona?
No, they have not filed. This is the first time that they've filed a police report, because last time they were at court and the bailiff kicked these people out. So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, dude. That's a new one. I don't know. That's the best for the prosecutor.
Okay. I'll see if I got the on call. If I don't have the on call, I'll give you a call back and get that number. Okay.
All right. Cool.
All right. Thanks, buddy. Bye.
Police report, but it was about Henderson. But those are both about.
Well.
There wasn't another reporter with them, was there? Yeah, I think that was wrong. But we know who was there.
So I'm looking at the code right now.
Please leave your message for
I'm Jacobs with Boise. Just have a question in reference to stalking and the repeated aspect of the code. Wondering if it would count if the first contact was in, say, Arizona, and the second contact was here. Okay, so this is kind of what it says, just so you guys know. If a person engages in a course of conduct that seriously alarms, annoys, or harasses the victim, and is such as would cause a reasonable person substantially emotional distress, or engages in a course of conduct such as would cause a reasonable person to be in fear of death or physical injury, or in fear of the death or physical injury of a family or household member.
No.
So the part
Check.
the part I'm worried about is the course of conduct means separate
The course of what?
course of conduct. So they after they do the main part, they do definitions. So in here it says, as used in this section, course of conduct means repeated acts of non-consensual contact involving the victim or a family or household member of the victims, provided, however, that constitutionally protected activities is not included within the meaning of this definition. So there's another part that we have to kind of worry about is, are they going to consider, well, I guarantee they would consider the photographing, the videoing, they would consider that as constitutionally protected.
Right.
So it just kind of depends, like, why did they get kicked out of the courtroom?
Well, they didn't get.
Sorry, yeah, they
All right, stop right there. Did you catch that? A tiny, barely audible sorry. Grayson threw her under the bus right there and said, well, they didn't get kicked out. Lauren, our journalist, does a tiny, barely audible sorry. This is the sound of a journalist being fact-checked by her own producer or correcting a crucial yet entirely self-serving lie. In her initial briefing to the police, she claimed that the Arizona bailiffs had to kick them out. In the space of 2 seconds, she had to downgrade the official court action from a dramatic kicking out to merely being said to stay away. This is how you spot the self-correction of a sensationalized narrative. But does she stop there? Of course not. She immediately pivots to a dramatic retelling of the actual stay away incident, using the phrases, I feel threatened, multiple times and describing a harrowing journey into the courthouse.
were said to stay away from me. I have the video. So she approached me twice. It was actually outside recording, but it showed every time I see her, I record because it's like so stressful. So I was recording, I was walking into the courtroom and she followed me. She's like, I gotta talk to you. And I said, I don't want to talk to you. Like, let me leave. And then my camera went out. I have 2 videos. And as I turned it back on, I said, leave me alone. I'm feeling threatened. And she came at me. And as I was in the courtroom and came into the door, and I was like, leave me alone. There's also no recording in the courthouse on this TikTok bullying campaign.
Right? So the bailiffs didn't kick him out. They simply granted her request to make them stay away after a highly theatrical interaction that she, our journalist, was filming, all to stop them from talking about the cease and desist. The truth, it seems, is far less convenient for the misdemeanor stalking charge than the lie. It's the difference between being a genuine victim of a crime and being a strategic reality TV star producing a narrative for 2 bewildered police officers. She is meticulously crafting a police report that will withstand scrutiny, one dramatic self-corrected lie at a time.
They're filming her. They're filming me in the courthouse, putting my voice on TikTok, calling me a jackass. I'm like not doing anything. I'm just like, stay away. So I just said to the bailiffs, look, what I requested from the bailiffs was just to request her to stay away from me. I was like, could you just tell her to stay away from me?
Okay.
So they were like, wow. And when they saw my videos, they're like, absolutely, she's approaching you. That's what they saw. They're like, you're trying to stay away. She's approaching you.
Right.
So there is a group of them. There's a group of them and they all do their own thing. So today that same woman was videotaping me. They're all together. Her name is Jenny.
Okay.
So she's the one the bailiffs are like, stay away from her. Her little group of people is Lori. And so then while she's filming me and flipping me off from the street, again, constitutionally protected, whatever, although it is harassment and it makes me nervous.
Sure.
Because I'm like, why are you here? Her friends, Sarah and Lori, approach our table. All of them are involved in this TikTok smear campaign with me as well. By the way, they all comment, it's like a group effort. It's very, it's a very united group of people. And so then they approached me. I have a cease and desist on another friend. She was there, but she stayed away because of the cease and desist. They were And so I have 2 videos. So I got another video of them approached me at the table, and it was by accident. I didn't know. I was just filming Janice because she's filming me and flipping me off from the table. So I have my camera set up recording. They don't know. And then her friends come out and approach our table, and I'm saying, leave me alone, get away. The waiter saw it, like, please leave. And I have both videos now of just that. And those are the times I've captured.
Right.
But, like, yes, they continue to film.
They came up from behind us, which is why we didn't see they were there.
Right. Okay. And has that only happened to you, or is this the second time it's happened to you as well? Like, are they affecting you as well?
The first one was me, and the second one was us.
Has been both of you. Okay.
And then she continues, as you say, it's constantly, she continues to catch them filming her alone. And it's true, because that's Janice's thing. It's how she intimidates. She films us wherever we go, but it is, yeah.
I'm in the courtroom today. You know, I don't know if you've ever been in the commissioner room. They have 2 rows of chairs, and I'm standing in the front row. She's sitting in the second row, literally putting a camera in my face as I'm talking to somebody, and I just ignored it. And then as she was leaving the courthouse, I see her doing it again, and I actually took out my phone. But so my concern is, I don't care if you film me, but when I don't respond to you filming me, and then you come up to me at dinner, what's next? Like, this is where I'm fearful for my safety that I can't go to work.
Sure.
They said one thing that was actually kind of interesting, because we make the decision to not engage. We like, that's my husband's a criminal psychologist. I'm a journalist. Like, we don't want this.
Right.
We don't respond. We don't respond to the TikTok cyberbullying campaign. We don't respond to anything.
Sure.
And so she said one thing that was telling. She's like, don't keep pretending that nothing's wrong. As she approached our table today, like almost like they're escalating, literally, because I'm not doing anything.
Can you guys?
The moment of self-discovery, she realizes the group is allegedly escalating because they are being successfully ignored, instead of recognizing that the tactic of non-engagement was working. She had decided the only logical next step is to call the police to file a potential felony charge. She's taking the bait and bringing the officers along for the ride.
Just give me a little background of why they decided to pick you guys.
Yes. So Lindsay used to be my producer before Grayson was.
Okay.
And Grayson and Lindsay also worked together at a previous true crime podcast. We fired Lindsay.
Okay.
And her friends did contract work for us. Christina did graphic design for us. And this woman, Janice, is a woman who never did contract work for us, but I have considered her a bully. And before I fired Lindsay and Christina, I shared that I felt she was a bully.
Okay.
So after I no longer am using them, they team up with Janice, say to her, Lauren's been calling you a bully. She thinks you're a bully. And it's like this group thing. And so this group comes together. The other woman, Sarah, no clue. I don't even know her. I met her in a Boise court. It's almost like groupthink. It's like a group of mean girls. So there are 2, a past employee and a contract worker, graphic design, and a woman that's friends with them, and then this Janice, who they've let her know I called her a bully. So it's like they're all gearing up, and we've moved on. I've actually always been kind to Lindsay, the past employee, kind to Lori, kind to all of them, actually.
They even said you've always been kind to Lindsay.
Yeah, there's no history of my being cruel to them, but they decided to get this Janice girl and say, Lauren thinks you're a bully. They're angry that Grayson replaced them, and I believe that they've possibly been told lies by this Lindsay. I wish I knew. On the TikTok smear campaign, they're like, we're going to tell you our stories about her and how bad she is, and like,
There's nothing.
none of it's true. My brother died 2 months ago of an accident, and they said I was going to rape my brother to have his baby. Like, that's not true. Like just very extreme stuff. They said
Outlandish stuff.
They approached me today. This was telling, though. I didn't know this. They approached me today. They were upset that I was looking for a seat in the press conference today for Koberger. I was like, trying to find a seat. Is this seat taken? Is this seat taken? They're like, what are you doing? Like, leave some. I'm like, it had nothing to do with you guys. Like, there were only 2 rows of seats. I'm looking for seats. And they did approach me at the table today and said, you sent Lindsay a cease and desist. Oh, so Lindsay got a cease and desist because of, like, and so we're standing up for our friend.
There you go. Confirmation of the motive. This is a beef rooted in professional drama, a fired producer, and a legal demand to silence her. The police are now involved in a civil media conflict. The trial tourists are acting as angry legal posses, and our protagonist is using law enforcement as an extension of her civil litigation.
And you had the police call Christina again. It was like you.
This is going to be my uncle.
Like this.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, like I'm like even I'm trying to process.
Hey, Kendall, what's
What
up?
have we done?
Hey, quick question. I have some reporters from out of town. They're going over the Coburg case. They've had some, I guess, trial tourists is what you'd call them, some TikTok people who have been following them to different states on big cases. The last instance was about a month ago in Arizona. They had a big case down there. These subjects were, for lack of a better word, harassing and bullying them in a courtroom so bad that the bailiff was all like, hey, yeah, you guys don't get to talk to these people anymore. Didn't kick them out of the court, but wouldn't let them get close to the two subjects I have with me right now. They're here for the Coburg case. Those same people came to the case today. Were holding cameras in their face in the courtroom, which is probably constitutionally protected. But then they're out having dinner tonight. Same subjects. Find them at dinner. Were they having dinner at the same place and just randomly found you, or?
I think maybe.
Yeah, it's
Maybe
possible.
at the same place we know because we were on the balcony.
Right. Yeah, it's possible that they follow him, but that's unknown. But they find him at the same restaurant, start harassing them, yelling at them, flipping them off, coming up to their table, to the point where the waiters and waitresses let these two people stay until those people left and were long gone because they were worried about them. Those people left and then sat across the street. So, and we're watching them to see if they'd come out for about an hour until they finally called us. So my big question here is two things in reference to the misdemeanor stalking. Number one, if something happened in a different state, would that, even if it was a month ago, would that constitute part of the course of conduct? Or would it have to all be here if we were doing it here?
Okay, wait, stop the tape. We have reached peak performance. Is now on the phone, dedicating city resources and valuable late night police time to ask the on-call prosecutor about the esoteric nuances of interstate misdemeanor stalking law? All this based on a conflict that started with a cease and desist letter and ended with a confrontation over a press conference seat. I cannot believe that he is buying what she is selling. She has successfully framed her personal media beef as a genuine public safety crisis so compelling that a police officer is now doing legal research for her civil case. This is the true power of being a semi-micro public figure in a pink neon sweatshirt. She has shifted the narrative from, I got into a yelling match at dinner, to the state of Idaho must now investigate this international pattern of criminal conduct. Unfreaking believable.
That's the number one question. And then the second question is, like, some of this is constitutionally protected because they're just taking video of these people in the court. But the yelling and screaming at them and making TikToks of them is probably not. So just kind of want to know if we can hold those two things up with ours, and what your thoughts are on that.
Now we wait for the legal guidance.
Right. And that's the only thing that happened. The only thing that happened at the court today was the videotaping, right? Yeah. The only thing that happened at the court today is videotaping. I told them that
Well,
that
they
was.
yelled at her.
Well, I guess they yelled at. What
They yelled at her.
They yelled at you in the room.
In the
Yeah, they yelled at me in the press conference. I was looking for a seat. They're like, leave her alone. You said her cease and desist, and I just walked away. Didn't say a thing, walked away.
Oh, so
said that.
one of the people, one of my victims here, sent a cease and desist letter to, and so they yelled at her about defaming them. So they yelled at her in reference to that today, but then she just left. And then other than that, it was just a videotaping at the court. Right. Right. Right.
You text John.
Okay.
I never called him back.
Uh-huh. Okay. Okay. Right. So the issue of the courthouse be protected, but the course of conduct would work from Arizona if I could show that it wasn't constitutionally protected stuff going on at the courthouse down there. Okay. All right. That's what I need to know. Thank you very much. All right. Appreciate it. Thanks. Bye. Okay. Did you kind of get that?
What?
Did you kind of get what I was saying?
Kind of.
Okay.
She was better hearing.
That works. So, the conduct at the courthouse today is constitutionally protected, right? In reference to the videotaping, them yelling at you, and according to our on-call prosecutor, them yelling at you with the cease and desist thing is more of a civil issue that would have to deal with the cease and desist letter and whether it involves them or not. However, whatever happened in Arizona and what happened tonight can be considered the course of conduct, right? So just because it happened in Arizona doesn't negate it from us working here in that course of conduct area.
Okay.
With that being said, I need to know a little bit more of what happened in the courtroom in Arizona, because if it's similar to the things that happened today, then that would be constitutionally protected. And so the only thing I would have then is tonight. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So tell me more about what happened in the court in Arizona.
Okay, perfect. Can you, I'm going to stop recording for a while to show him stuff, so can you, so for our records, thank you. So I'll pull up an album. So this is like, here's one example. I'm like, oh great, like here they come. So it starts with this. This is them. There's two separate videos because I was nervous and I stopped recording. So I just saw her and I was on the phone with my husband. I was like, oh, here's Janice again filming me. Like, I'm going to hang up and just record while I walk into the courthouse. So I'm walking to the courthouse. So I'm just holding my phone down. And that's her.
In the white.
In the white. So I'm walking in right there. And she's approaching me.
Are you recording me? Please do. I mean, please.
So I just go, please don't, like, and it cut. So, but this is seconds later.
Please do not talk to me. I feel threatened. Please do not talk to me. I feel threatened. I feel threatened by the things you're talking about.
So she's approaching me. We never approach them.
Please stay away. I feel threatened.
So I was just like, I think you're a bully. Please stay away. Because I know that's what they're telling me. I can play them both for you again.
That's right.
Please do not talk
Like,
to me.
I'm in the courthouse, and there's also a no recording. I know I can't.
Please do not talk to me. I feel threatened.
So she follows me all the way in. So unfortunately, I stopped and started.
I think that you're
Let's stay away from each other.
I feel threatened.
Then this is tonight. So this full video is 8 minutes because I started recording for the other girl, but like I cut this in order to send it. 2 minutes of this video. So this is us just hanging out, and they approach, and unfortunately you don't get faces. It's Lori. Well, you get. Oh, there. So that's
just like waved, and then she proved she was by the opposite way. Like, I don't know why.
Find it. Let's see. That's you crying.
I'm gonna slide back because this is hot as can be.
I might not have sent either of the right video. I have it right here.
Don't stare. Don't stare. I do. Remember.
Oh, this is it. So we're just hanging out. I don't know that they're about to come. So there they are.
And then she proved she was
Not her, but a woman behind her.
I don't know why.
So we're at her table.
Don't stare. Don't stare. I do. Remember what we decided.
So we're just hanging out.
Do not give them air.
Do not give them air.
What?
Oh, here they are. No, so you can't see this woman talking.
Right.
That is actually someone covering Janice. And then her other two friends, this is a Lori named Julie. She hangs out with them, hasn't approached me yet. She's covering Janice, who I was filming. And then this is, so Lori approaches and says, today you, about the cease and desist, you approached her, like,
Please do not give
so we're just, I'm telling Grayson, don't give them air, and then they show up.
What?
As they approach us.
Nothing to do with what I was asking about a seat. I was asking about a seat. I walked away. Lindsay. Is anyone sitting here? Don't talk to me. Done anything, and I will stand by that forever. Yeah, it has nothing to do with you guys. It has nothing to do with this. A cease and desist is illegal business, and has nothing to do with you guys. What did I do? What did I do? A cease and desist. What did I do? A cease and desist. Why would you want to approach her after you said I asked if I could sit. I was at a press conference.
Oh, yeah.
We both never got a seat before. We lost an empty seat. She chose to specifically approach somebody by name that she said was interested to, which is great. If she tries to kiss you, I don't know you. Well, yeah, you know me. You don't know me. I have your phone number because I wanted to get eyelash extensions, but we've never hung out. No, I don't know you. So could you please get away from our table because you're making me uncomfortable? I don't know you. I don't know why you guys approached us. We asked about a seat at a press conference. I don't approach you guys when we're all hanging out together. You guys, I know. So you're approaching me while I'm trying to have dinner. I approached you at a press conference about a seat. Could you please? She's bothering us. Could you tell her to leave us alone? I don't know her. I've never communicated with her.
Sorry, I don't know why that's not up yet.
Thank you.
At least they got back up.
So it's the sort of this group, they actually have it, they call themselves the Seven Gatherers. Show them who they are. I'll show the Jackass video. Like, there's a full, like,
You might want to record on your phone if I'm me.
okay. To show them, like, this is them. So
They have this TikTok.
It's like they're escalating. Cyberbullying is one thing. Like,
It's gone from like cyberbullying to like now it's getting. That's the girl who approached tonight at dinner.
so that's a picture of me at a trial.
This is the girl that approached?
No, this one right here.
Okay.
And then
And this one, Lindsay was with her. And so when I walked out of the restaurant. I was one who said, hey, they're there, because I walked out to call somebody because I felt so unsafe. And Lindsay sat up from her table, and I was like, holy shit. And so I kind of like put my phone up, like, I'm on the phone, like, do not approach me.
Mm-hmm.
But then show him. Got her number once at a trial to do eyelash extensions. The woman that is the face of most of the TikToks is in Europe right now,
We think.
but it's all of them. They're the ones commenting. They're the ones in pictures.
And then there was one more that was, oh, here's the one where they filmed you. Did I just post
Oh, yeah,
this
they
for
filmed
real?
me in the
So
courtroom.
you're not allowed to film in the courthouse in Arizona.
during
And
this
they're
trial.
filming her.
So they keep doing that. Like, we do not approach them. We do not talk to them. Like, we have like completely avoided. Like, I just work. In fact, I just don't do anything. I don't have other people approach them, because that's what they're clearly trying to
You
do
don't do
too,
anything.
is like get their friends to approach me. I don't approach them. I tell her, what do I tell you all the time?
Don't engage.
I even said, don't give them air before you hear me recording them. Don't give them air. Leave them alone. Don't talk to them. And it's like they're looking for anything. Like, you asked for a chair in the press conference. I'm like, dude, oh my hell. Like, it's almost like they're looking for something to like say I'm like doing something. Like, I think it's almost driving them crazy that we don't do anything.
It is, because she said, stop acting like everything's fine.
Yeah, she actually said that on the video. Stop acting like everything's fine. And then you asked about this chair at the press conference. I'm like, fuck. Like, sorry. Like,
It'll be okay.
like, I just, you know, we don't, I say, don't give them air. Don't talk to them. My husband's the same thing. Like they're clearly having other people approach us. I'm like, just leave them alone. We don't do drama. This is their drama. This is their issue. And they just keep coming up to me.
So,
And yeah, so then it's like, I don't want to give them air, but then I'm like, but then I'm fucking afraid for our safety. Like, I've got my producer crying. Like,
Like, I don't even know how to get like a restraining order. Like, stay away from me. Don't show up where I'm at. Leave me alone. You're making me feel physically scared for my life and my safety.
Yeah, the final plea. After 30 minutes of detailed documentation and legal consultation, the core fear is stated in stark, dramatic terms. But notice the instruction to the officers. Don't show up where I'm at. That's the desired outcome of the stalking charge, a restraining order that criminalizes their presence at the next public trial.
so this is what I'm going to say. There is a lot here. Like a whole bunch. And I would not do it justice just by typing a report out. So what I'm going to have you do is, if you could take some time and have you write it out. Okay?
The officer, at this point, he's heard enough. Well, here he punts the ball. He's not going to spend his patrol time transcribing 45 minutes of media gossip. He's asking the reporter to do the reporting for him. A true journalist at heart. She can't resist the assignment.
I'm going to write a report in reference to this so that you have the report number always.
Thank
Do
you.
I know, and I will forward it to prosecutors. Do I know if we have PC at this point, just like probable cause for them to be arrested here? I don't know. Because although you have substantial contacts with them, this particular contact was, I could see how it would be scary and nerve-wracking, but from another person's reasonable perspective, maybe it is, maybe it's not.
Sure.
Because they're just coming up in contact, hey, why did you talk to him? But with your course of conduct and all the things you guys have been through, which I'm only giving bits and pieces at this point, we may get there. So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you guys write everything out, including their names, and if they have phone numbers, I'm going to have you put them on here, if you have those, so that I can contact them as well, because I can't just do one side, right? I'll write up everything you told me, and we'll put it down there. We'll send it to the prosecutor and see what the prosecutors have to say. Either way, this gives you a report number, so if they continue this course in Arizona, you can say, hey, Boise has a police report of what has already happened. You can look it up there, and if they continue this course, I don't know what the code is down in Arizona, but it's probably something similar, I would guess. You guys are willing to write that out for me?
Yes,
So it may take you some time. Well, I can't do what I was going to do tonight, so I can hang out. And if not, I can also give you my phone number so that you guys can just text me real quick and say, hey, it's done. I can come pick it up.
Okay. In other words, you're off. You're.
No, I was supposed to go deal with the complaint, but it's probably too late to call that guy right now.
Okay.
But if I get called, I'll stay here.
Stay here, and if we don't finish.
But if I get called to something that's more emergent, like say there's an active shooter down the road, probably gonna have to go, then you guys can text me.
As someone that was once in the news, I get it.
Okay, all right. So sounds good. Let me give these to you, and I'll pull a report number right now,
Okay.
so that you guys know a report will at least be done, right?
Now it's green. I'm like, they're all good.
Yeah, I sure do. Give me your witness statement real quick. I want to write the report number on it. Very left-handed, so.
She wrote me in an email and I said, are you going to come to my house next? I feel threatened. Please don't ever reach out to me again. And then she started the TikTok account. It's like they just...
Right. When you're done with this, I'm going to give you a link that you can download all of your videos and it'll go right into the evidence.
Perfect.
So that it's squared away. It's a timely link, so if you want to use it right away, it goes out, right? So it needs to be done quick. I'm not sure if you can put that email in, but try.
Okay, the email too.
Okay, all right. So find a chair somewhere, write it out. I'll hang out until
and then just in case
go.
we do,
the number I called you on.
Okay, it was no caller ID.
Oh, I see how you are.
It happened.
All right. Here. Give me a second. Just
don't do that. Oh.
You have all my pins. Okay, there you go.
Thank you.
Yep.
And then the pen.
You need that back. All right, I'll hang out right here. That has to be unwanted. All right, we're gonna just wait for him to be done. Okay.
We did our best.
You did great. Holy smokes, you did good. Okay. Those are great. Do you have to have your driver's license on you?
Yeah.
I'll take my pants back real quick. Thank you.
Yeah. It's like kind of like the big can of the
Oh, crap.
Sign where?
Just write your name right there. Thank you.
The footage, it continues with our journalist writing out her own police report, submitting her video evidence via special police link, and handing over the contact information for the, quote, suspects, all while the officers attempt to navigate the nuances of the out-of-state stalking law.
Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to send you a link. Okay. Okay, was email or a phone be better for sending those videos?
Phone? Yeah. Okay.
Garden City's got some people going on, so they're chasing a person.
Oh, interesting.
A couple dudes in masks are probably stealing stuff. Okay, what's the year of your...
Oh, I got it.
And a phone for you. Year of your birth? You're a couple years behind me. Nope. I got you by several, actually. Okay, that should be coming to you. And there's a link in there. You hit the link, and then it'll tell you how to download all the videos for you.
Thank you, Sergeant.
All right. And you got yours back, and I'm mine back. Okay, now the suspects' names are in here, correct?
Yes.
And any phone numbers or anything for them?
I can hand you.
Oh, yeah. I think we have
You're over here.
You have Jenny's number?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I have everybody
I
else.
have everybody.
I can give you Lindsay and Lori.
I'm down to see where you're at. Okay. So, give me full names and then a phone number.
Lindsay.
Is she like a main player, a witness?
She was there. She is the one who got a cease and desist. This is what they're all doing it after. When I walked out of the restaurant, she kind of sat up like she was going to get up, and I, was on the phone. I was like, whoa.
Okay.
And then Lori. And then
What's
her
her-
number.
And she's our main person. She
Yes. Might just have a email for Janice, or not for Janice, sorry. For Janice.
Okay, and what did Janice do today?
Today,
She is a
Janice
witness?
she was the one that actually got us to start filming, think of. And she was standing there, and I guess it's nothing that's unconstitutional, but she was filming me, flipping me off, you know what I mean, doing the stuff that made me think, oh my goodness, like I'm going to start recording again. You know, the woman that had to stay away from me. So then, as I was recording, then her other friends approached my table.
And then today we were.
And then she sat.
Yeah. Again, not unconstitutional. We're this far apart in the courthouse, and she's doing this to me. And then outside the courthouse.
And then waiting here for us to finish, which got me to finally call dispatch because I didn't want to get up out of the restaurant because I was scared.
Okay.
As
And
I
that
sat.
lasted an hour.
Have an email, but it looks to be something I contacted her on because it's, let's see, FaceTime audio. No message.
Awesome.
There might be an unsaved.
Yeah, look.
There might be an unsaved number if you do lashes. If you say, "Can you do lashes?" or I have to cancel lashes, she could come up in a.
Perfect. Sounds good. All right, I'll write this up. I'm obviously have to call them, kind of get their sides of the story and see it up. So it'll go into probably a pretty big report at this point, and just kind of have everything marked down. I'll send it to the prosecutors one way or the other, see what they have to say about it, whether they want to press charges. If they do, it'll be in Idaho, so if they never come back, It is what it is. But at least you'll have a report number if they continue this harassment in Arizona or whatever, right?
Do you guys contact them pretty quick?
I will try to contact them ASAP. It may not be tonight, but I get on at 5 o'clock tomorrow. And so by at least 7 o'clock tomorrow night, I'll have them contacted.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sergeant.
All right, good night.
I really appreciate your time.
Yeah, you guys are leaving tonight, is that correct? You're leaving tomorrow?
We're leaving. Our
Like
flight
3
leaves
a.m.
Our flight leaves at 5 in the morning.
Oh, yeah. So,
I mean,
like, a couple
yeah.
minutes here. Yeah.
So.
Okay. All right, good luck. Thank you guys.
Thank you, Sergeant.
Clearly, the outcome: no immediate arrest, just a report number. But for our journalist, the true victory is documented. She has officially established a paper trail for the TikTok Cyber Bullying Committee, giving her the ammunition for the next legal step. She didn't feel safe, but now she has a report, a link to the prosecutor, and an entire body cam video to show how seriously she takes her own personal drama. Thank you for watching Left Undone Incomplete Investigations. I will be back soon. This is Kathy. Stay safe and stay well. Bye-bye.